Hi guys, it's Miranda from My Sister's Bookshelf. I'm here today to talk about my November TBR. So these are the things that I want to get done or finish reading by the end of November. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Among the Hidden, and this is by Margaret Peterson Haddix. And a really good friend of mine recommended this, so I thought I'd pick up the series. There's like 6 books, but they're pretty short. They're like 150 or so pages. So what it's about is a government society has they were worried about the food, thinking that, they were going to run out of food, and so they decided to make a law where you can only have 2 children. And so this is about the third child, about the boy who has to stay hidden. So it's very interesting. I really like it so far. I've got about 60 pages left, so I think I'm going to finish it pretty soon. Obviously, this is from the library, and it's pretty beat up, so I feel like I have to be gentle with it. But I think I'll be done with it probably in the next day, or today probably I'll finish it. The next thing that I want to get done, this is actually a reread for me, and that is Silver Linings Playbook, and this is by Matthew Quick. I read this, I want to say last summer, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite books of all time. It's about, if you don't know, it's about a man who goes into like a psych facility for some time, and then he's coming out to be with his family, and he's an adult, he's grown, he was married, and so it's about him dealing with his parents, and then meeting a girl who also has a little bit of mental issues, and I just think that the way that they portrayed mental illness was very beautiful. I think that in a world where mental illness is very relevant, like in today's society, that it's a very necessary book. And I really enjoyed this book. And just so you know, if you've seen the movie, this has a lot less adult language than the movie. But it's very good, and I've just been feeling very nostalgic with it being fall. This is set in fall and in football season, and I just went to a pro football game for the first time this last Thursday, and so I just kept thinking about this book, and so I'm excited to read it. The next thing is another reread for me, and that's Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, and I read this in school in, I want to say, 9th grade, and I really did enjoy this book, but I don't remember much about it, and so I thought I would pick it up again. And so I really want to read it. I don't know, I've just been having that nostalgia like feeling, and so I was just like, I just want to pick this up. So I did. I picked it up from my library, and so I want to get that done too. If you don't know too much about it, you probably have read it in school. I think this is one of the banned books that people were talking about in October. And so I don't know, maybe you didn't read it in school, but it's about a society where the firemen, instead of stopping fires, they start fires, and they burn books. So if they find out that you have books, they come and they burn all your books. So I don't know. I'll try to remember more about what it's about as I'm reading it. The next thing that I want to read is the last book in the Delirium series, and it's called Requiem. I'm sorry if I don't say it right. By Lauren Oliver. I've read the other 2 books in this series, and I love this series very much, but for some reason I got about 70 pages in and I stopped last month, and so I want to finish it this month. I really do. I really love this series, but for some reason it was just being a slow read for me, and it's not that it's not action-packed or that it's exciting, it's just that for some reason it just wasn't, I just had to put it down. But if you don't know, Delirium is about a girl named Lena who lives in a dystopian world where love is considered a disease, and so it's about her finding love and all this stuff. And it's very good. It's at this point now, it's not more about that. It's more about the politics side and about trying to make change, which I really enjoy. The second book was very action-packed, and this third book has a really cool dynamic where they go back and forth between perspectives of 2 of the characters. So it's very good. If you haven't picked up the Delirium yet, I would pick up Delirium and then finally get to Requiem. The next thing I want to finish this month is Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling, and I'm listening to the audiobook. I've been listening to this in my car, and I'm on the 3rd disc, and there's only 4 discs, So I should finish this very soon. I am enjoying this so far. Early in the month, I did finish My Accent is Real and Some Other Things You Didn't Know About Me by Kunal, or I'm sorry, Kunal Nair. I'm sorry, I'm butchering his name. They, the guy from Big Bang Theory. But I just finished it and I loved it, and I was cracking up the entire time. But with this one, I haven't been laughing out loud as much, and I think that's why it's been a slower listen for me. I haven't been listening to it as much because I just like Kunal's story so much, and so I was listening to his more. And so now I'm finished with that, and so I want to finish this one. And I do enjoy it. It's just not as funny. And I think I was just in a laugh out loud mood when I've been listening to it. But I want to finish it soon. They're just a series of essays, and it is good so far. So once I finish those are my must-reads. These are my hope maybe I can get into them. And the first one is Confess by Colleen Hoover. And I've never read a Colleen Hoover, and I know that's awful. So many people have talked about Colleen Hoover, and I want to know what all the fuss is about, and I'm sure it's incredible. But I just picked this one up from my library, because they don't have a lot of Colleen Hoover books there for some reason. And this one's like brand spanking new, like sitting, like it looks like it's not even been touched yet. So I was like, oh, I'm going to pick it up. So that's going to be if I finish all these other things. And then A Madness So Discreet, and this is by Mindy McGiggins. And I've heard so many good things about this that I'm really interested in reading it. Somebody said that it's kind of like a crime mystery kind of thing, and I love those. Like if you ever read like One for the Money or any of the other like Stephanie Plum books, I loved those. Those are one of my favorites. I'm going to get back into those this season, and so I'm excited to pick this up. But these are going to be, I mean, I definitely want to read them, but these are going to be only if I get to finish my other pile. So yeah, I'm very excited about all these. I hope you guys have a nice big November TBR for yourselves. Fall time is always my favorite time to read and stay inside and do that kind of stuff. And I had a great month in October, so I'm hoping to have a great month in November. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.